Double NKH miscellaneous channel here. I want to talk about radon and a simple mitigation system that I have tried out and it seems to be working. I'm going to verify that in this little video, just kind of documenting it. So, tested this house about 10 years ago and it was barely reading. It was less than 1 picocurie, I think they're called, on there. And I was like, all right, it's not a problem. Never thought about it again until now we have a daughter. I was like, yeah, let me just check it again. And, well, it was up. It was about 5 or 6 for the long-term average after a week. And it seemed to be more upstairs than downstairs, but I'll show you why that might be in this video. They're kind of connected together. We have a basement. We're in the Northeast United States, which generally has pretty high radon levels. Anything over 4 picocuries, they say you need to mitigate, which I don't know. Some people say radon's a myth. Some people say it's a leading cause of lung cancer. Young lungs at play, right? So we got to mitigate it, and look what we got it down to. Let me show you how I did that. Let's head on down to the basement. Passing to Mr. Gus, man. Oh, doing the cute pose. Laying in sunshine. So you see, we have no basement door. It's just clean, open to the house. And the hot air furnace does have a couple vents downstairs too, along with a return that's currently closed. And the dehumidifier I have, there's a hole back here. This is a very, it's a pro install right there, but essentially that's like a whole house dehumidifier for when we get high moisture sometimes in the winter. One of the reasons this basement gets a lot of moisture and radon is because it has a French drain around the perimeter and an open crack here with also these little weep holes during extreme rain. Sometimes you will see water coming out of these. And just with my hand next to there, you can actually sometimes feel airflow. Not right now. What should really be here is a piece of plastic that goes like down in there and covers back over. But you can see even these walls, I mean, there's moisture back here in our area that pushes through all the time. So, radon, moisture, all that's coming up into here. And now for the simple solution that seems to be working. I went ahead and got one of these 190 CFM radon pumps. I'll drop a link to them down below along with that radon detector meter too, which seems to work very well. And I just plugged it right in to the sump pump, which I already had a plastic cover here that had a 5-inch hole. I forget why. I think I put that hole just so I could reach down in there and test. I had like a sensors in there if I ever had high water or anything. This is a dueling pump. We got the Zoller and then the municipal water powered pump too. But I figure, hey, we got that 4-inch pipe going around the basement already, perforated pipe in the French drain. And I was like, I don't know if it's going to pull air from under the whole slab or not, but instead of jackhammering up, if you got a sump pit and you have a French drain, just drop one on there and see what it does. Because for me, it seems to be working. And I'm going to let this go for a few more days and see. Of course, we don't have the dryer hooked up anymore. I have it just kind of hooked up to the dryer vent going outside. Generally, this pump would be mounted to the wall. A lot of people put them outside too. And this thing runs 24/7. I mean, this is the solution. Just run your electricity up all the time, running that fan. It's pretty darn quiet though. And outside, here's how it looks. Just looks like you're running the dryer all the time. Now, they say by code you have to run this all the way up past the roof line, and I don't exactly understand why. I mean, like, it's just mixing with the air outside. It's not like I guess if a kid just went up and was breathing this in his face the whole time. I mean, it just smells like regular basement air. Like, radon's mostly an issue if you're exposed to it your entire life. If you live down in the basement where there's 80 picocuries. But I've heard some people say the whole thing's a hoax. I personally think if you're just blowing it outside and you get it down in the house, you're gonna be all right. Brings me to another thing. So the first time I tested in this house, I don't remember because it was like 10 years ago, but it was probably in the summertime, and so you have the windows open sometimes and you don't have that radon buildup. And now in January is probably the best time, or just the cold months when you have the windows closed all the time, the heat on. Best time to check the radon, And I would imagine houses that are much more sealed up than this 1949 house, they're going to be more prone to an issue. So let's fast forward now, and I'll let you know what I come up with as to whether this continues to drop or not. The highest I've seen, the long-term average, was up at 6. So I'll let this keep going. Then we'll unplug that fan and see if it creeps back up. I did end up taking some Stay Put plumber's putty, which is made over in Passaic, New Jersey, and running that around the perimeter. It's the perfect color because it blends in with the floor and all the fittings too. So this is completely sealed now. I do have some smoke, which I was testing around the fittings. Let's go over here and just see if I can get you a view, see if it's sucking in to... if I can get you a view. I need some denser smoke. How about this cigarette smoke? You see how it's rising right now? If I bring it closer to the hole though, that will change. Boom. You see the embers. I don't know how well you can see that, but yes, it does have a suction going in the side. Now I checked at a few locations throughout the basement, and I did get smoke to suck in a couple other areas, but like furthest away over here, no, not at all. However, as you can see, like this crack is packed pretty tight. It's not exactly opened down into the stones. I'm sure some of you guys watching that have a keen eye might be saying, hey, wait a second, that's your block wall, and then you have concrete at the bottom. Is that your footer? And actually, yes, it is. Now, the footer is supposed to be wider than the wall, and it's not in this house. When they poured the concrete on the bottom, it's just the same width as these blocks. I've been on the outside. It might extend about that much further in a couple places, but generally it should be double the width of the wall overall. So, like, I guess a 16-inch footer if you're doing an 8-inch block wall. I am no builder, but this place was put up in '49, and it's still good to go. Now, also, the basement floor, whoever put this in, they dug it all the way down to beneath the footer. Generally, your basement floor is supposed to be poured, you shouldn't go lower than your footer, but they did here, and I know this because when I put the sump pit in over there, I was digging under, and sure enough, there's dirt just a few inches lower on this concrete. There's dirt right under it. You can dig all the way to the other side, and you can see, you know, looking at this door too, like it's like, hey, why is that? Well, that's the footer. Hasn't pushed in or had a problem since 1949, so I'm not going to worry about it. It's been 7 days, and you can see our long-term is down to 1.43. Our 7-day average short-term is 0.56, and our 1-day is 0.32. So just to double check that this system is working, I have disconnected the hose, shut pump off, and reconnected the outlet to my dryer because I actually have to use that. And we'll check back on these numbers to see what they do. I ended up letting this go a few weeks to make sure the numbers were steady, and here's where we ended up, 3.16 on long range, and 7 days, 4.27. You saw the 1 day was 4.83. So now let's hook the pump back up and see what it does. This is not going to go smooth, is it? Perfect cut. To make this easily replaceable, I wrapped it in a bunch of duct tape for a good seal, and then hit it with some paint for extra rust preventative, and it should be a nice tight snug fit. No need for screws. Oh yeah, right into the block. Boom. It's a perfect seal. It's in there tight, and then I can do a little beat around the outside. And there you go. That's the final product. Got it fired up. See what it does. And you might be thinking, what's the point of flappers if this is just on all the time? And I would say when the spring and summer comes, the windows are open, going to be no need for this. Just the winter time. Next morning, and look at that, already down to 0.72 on the 1 day, and 7 day dropping as well. So that is a proven fix, and it's easy. No jackhammering up the floor. Just take advantage of the existing French drain around the basement, and good to go. Well, what do we got here? Did you go in Autumn's chair, bed chair thing? Guess you could stay in there. Would you tuck yourself into? It's ridiculous looking. Ridiculous. Okay, good night, buddy. Take a nap. Well, I recorded that video a year ago, but here we are now. Autumn is 1.5 years, and she's a happy, healthy little girl. In the beginning, she was having some breathing issues and such. Nothing too crazy, but with the RADON, of course, that was like, hey, definitely want to mitigate anything it could possibly be. And, yeah. You talking yet? What do you got to say? You say Dada? He's just looking at that camera. Can I get a kiss? Oh, thank you. You're such a sweetheart. So if you've got a little one and you want to mitigate your radon, you have a sump pump, consider giving that a go. Hopefully you found something informative in this video, and appreciate you guys watching. See you in another one soon.